Okay, quick summary. A while ago, my middle son and I decided to create a mech suit, kind of like they had in the movie Avatar. And so we decided to build it super cheap, as much as possible, using PVC, pneumatics, so we could lift some reasonable weights. And they're kind of easy to work with and good for teenager and amateur dads. So this is the beginning. We got a basic frame here holding up our left arm, and there's 4 degrees of freedom so far. We got the forearm moves like this. Can go, the shoulder can pull back a bit and as well as come forward. We can twist left and right on the rotator cuff, and we don't actually missing a cylinder, but when I get it eventually, we'll also, the whole mechanism can swing out this way. So pretty much all the mechanics of a human shoulder and forearm, other than the radial twisting, and of course, pretty dumb hand here. Okay, let's take a quick look at the pneumatics here. Got 2 valves that we're using right now mounted on the side here, and an extra regulator in addition to the compressor regulator, because what's really interesting is when you look at a valve, sorry for the light there, I can't put equal pressure on both sides to get this to hold in place. The idea is I'm using isometrics so that there's equal pressure on both sides is the steady position. I just exhaust one side or another to get the arm to move. But of course, the surface area of the cross section inside the cylinder on the back side is different than the front side, because the front side's got the area of the cross section of the piston into it, which wasn't immediately obvious. And then so that's why I've compensated for that by putting the front side through a regulator. And still need some tuning. This isn't quite working just right, but it's getting close. And the whole thing is a little bit loose, and but this is the first prototype. So a couple other things we'll show. I needed some controls, so my old 40-year-old PV bass amp that was really dead donated its control panel, so I could get the potentiometers from that. An Arduino Uno, which is kind of handy, works nice, easy. And I just created this little power board with some MOSFETs on it and some buttons and so forth, just to help drive the control between the Arduino and the pneumatic valves and the solenoids on those. And there's the Arduino software running on the Mac with a little serial control program, which I can see what my knob values are. See, it's a bit smoother, slower coming up. I'm going to try to go down and just touch barely. Let's stabilize the arm here a little bit. Pull back. I'm going to try to swing this back and forth, come right up to the tube, and then decide to stop, and then I'll knock it over just to see what kind of precision. And then maybe I'll speed it up and just look at the variation of the off time. So let's try it. Okay, so we're right up to where we want to be, then knock it over, come back fairly smoothly, and that's a 50 millisecond off time.